What do you do with your hands in the golf swing? Guys, welcome back to Get Good at Golf and welcome back to your weekly hack. And we're talking today about the only part of your body that is in contact with a golf club that can have a massive effect on how you strike your clubs throughout the bag. So how many times do I see golfers who get your 9-iron out, your 8-iron out and your 7-iron out and they all go around about the same distance? And I start to see strikes just like that. Thin, or the next one we start to see goes really high, but we're not really compressing the ball, we're not taking a divot, and we're not optimizing what you can potentially get out of your game. And in 2024, we want to help you with that. And what we want you to do is be able to understand how we can hit straighter shots, how we can hit longer shots, and that's what we're doing today with this hack motion. So the biggest thing I see in golf amateurs is the way this right hand works. And everybody from putting to chipping, how many times we hear, well, your right hand's a little bit active. But when it comes to the full swing, nobody really mentions that. You often say you come over the top, but this right hand has a very important role in getting this golf ball compressed. And what we'll see from a lot of professional golfers, or all professional golfers, they'll bring this right hand in a certain angle to be able to hit shots just like that. A nice strike, a penetrating ball flight, and getting me out there to 170 yards, going 177 with this 7-iron. So the angle of that is right here. So what we'll start to see is as a golfer comes down, a tour pro, they will get into this position right here. You'll see I've got a big angle in this right wrist. And what that's doing is allowing us to pressure that golf club down into the ground, take a nice divot after you've struck the golf ball, get the ball launching lower, more direct. It'll not only help you hit it further, but it will bring in your dispersion. And that's what everybody wants in golf. They want to obviously stop the wayward ones and hit it a little bit further. So if we're thinking about that, if I get this hand and my arm into a straight position, which we see from a lot of golfers, if you was going to push a wall, that's not the way you would pressure a wall. You wouldn't be able to push it over, for example. But if I was now in a little bit of bend in the arm and this hand with this angle in it right here, if that was the wall, I can now really put some force and some pressure onto that wall to push it over. And we're trying to put pressure onto that golf ball to get all the energy on that, to get it going as far as possible, but most importantly, as straight as possible. So when we get that hand into that position, you'll see I have a lot more control over that club face. It can't really have much rotation. If I return my arms straight, you'll see my hands can roll, my arms can roll, and that's where we start to lose not only distance, but your direction. So what I want you to do is start getting into that position. And you'll see with hack motion here, I can get into a very neutral position here with my wrist. You'll see it set up. So on the screen there, you'll see that it's around about -4 to -5 there, but at impact I want to see that we get into this position right here. I want to see that you see on the screen that it's getting to around about +16. So again, we're not too focused on those numbers, but I want you to see you are pressuring that golf ball. You're starting to get that ahead, and I'm going to give you a drill if you don't have a hack motion to do on the driving range before you go out to, like I say in this video, hopefully gain you 10 yards this year. If I can practice that over the golf ball, again, get into that position where I want to be at impact, screen again showing +15, I can then come in here and hit that shot. And again, that was a nice solid strike, penetrating ball flight, and straight away, just doing a few of those repetitions, I've gained 10 yards, 183 going 192. That has jumped up from 177 total. So straight away there, I've gained actually 15 yards. A couple of repetitions of getting that into position, and my 7-iron there has gone much longer than it would normally. So I've not done a lot there. I'm just getting a better understanding of obviously what my hand, especially my right hand, is doing, since it's only one of the parts that, well, it's the only part that is in contact with the club and can have a big role on what that club face is doing. And I still kept the dispersion there, which is what we want. So if you haven't got a hack motion, or you're on the drill and you haven't took your hack motion, what we want you to do here, get a ball in your hand, okay? I'm going to get my wrist set, so I've got all that angle in there, a little bit of bend in my arm, and what we're going to try and do is get that ball releasing down our target line. So you get onto the driving range, one hand, set up as if you've got a golf club in your hand, and I want you to turn and release that golf ball, pressure it into the ground, and you see that went straight down my target line. And it looks pretty easy. That's thinking, well, that's easy, I'm going to look silly on the driving range. But I can guarantee a lot of you will get on there, and if you're somebody who blocks the ball or you hit a bit of a slice, just like myself, you'll get into this position, we'll forget to turn, we don't match everything up, and look where that ball goes straight away. So if you're a blocker of the golf ball, if you're a slicer, that's what you could be doing. You could be getting that right hand in a perfect position, but if I don't match that up with my turn, I'm going to throw that golf ball straight out to the right. Now, if you're a James Robinson of this world and you're somebody whose bad shot does go to the left, what we're going to start to see is that you'll get your hand in this position, you'll turn, and then we start to release that hand a little bit early. You can see I've let that hand go, that's turned the club face over, that's thrown the ball left, and that's exactly why you might not be hitting your best shots. So think about this right hand, think about how you can get that ball releasing, pressuring it down your line. That's going to help you compress the ball a little bit better, and just like me there, potentially gain up to 15 yards with the same club and get good at golf in 2024.